to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. Pennsylvania teen has been charged with murder after he allegedly confessed over Instagram to the fatal erasure of another teen. The Bensalem Police Department received a 911 call Friday afternoon about a possible homicide. The caller detailing an Instagram video chat she received from a friend. In said chat, the teen stated that, quote, "I just erased someone." Then, after flipping the camera around and showing the legs and feet of someone covered in plasma. He then asked for assistance with disposing of the body. The caller then later told police that the teen who sent the message lived at the top of Ridge Trailer Park in Bensalem. When officers arrived, the teen ran out of the back of the trailer and he was later arrested about a mile away on Newport Mews Drive in Groton Drive. Officers who entered the trailer observed a girl on the floor of the bathroom, deceased from an apparent wound. There was also substantial steps taken to clean up the crime scene. The victim's identity and age have not been released, other than she is also a juvenile. The suspect, 16-year-old Joshua Cooper, is being charged as an adult for criminal homicide, possessing instruments of a crime, and tampering with or fabricating physical evidence. He attended a preliminary arraignment Friday night where he was denied bail. Cooper is being held at the Edison Juvenile Detention Center. His arraignment has been scheduled for December 7th. An attorney for the teen has not been listed on the official court documents, and Instagram did not immediately respond for comment. Investigators are also asking if anyone with any more information to please contact the Bensalem Police Department. It was also stated that in an interview with detectives, Cooper allegedly said that he spent the afternoon with the victim in his home watching a Netflix series. The suspect and he also had a previous relationship as well. The complaint also alleges that Cooper stated that he accessed his father's safe earlier that day, opened it by reinserting batteries that his father removed, which made the combination lock inoperable. He then told detectives that he was sorting ammunition and removed, reorganized, and replaced the firearms that were in the safe. Cooper and his mother allegedly terminated the interview with the detectives before it was completed. Now, I just want people to pay attention that he has both parents in the home, right? Regardless of, wherever it is, it could be a trailer park, it could be a normal home, $1 million home, right? Both parents are directly in the home. So he's not coming from a broken family. So he can clearly, in a sense, know how it is to, treat a woman, value a woman because his mother is there, right? And as you can clearly see, he still decided that, hey, me and this person had a relationship, yada, yada, yada. Things didn't go right. And, it is what it is. And, if I'm not able to be with this person, then nobody else is going to be able to be with them either. If I'm spending time with you, then you shouldn't be spending time with nobody else. It seems like I might have called you spending time with somebody else, or I might have heard some words. I'm just going to have to hit you with that Alec Baldwin. And that's precisely what he did. Now, the other thing that I want people to pay very close attention to is the fact that the father is not even really saying anything on it. He's staying back, and I understand why he's staying back because his firearm was, in a sense, used in the commission of this crime. So I get why it is that he's staying back and not saying nothing to the media, yada, yada, yada. But I also find it funny that people aren't trying to bring up the fact that you had this and it was accessible to your teenage son who more than likely has, put hands directly, on this weapon before, right? But like I said before, nobody's going to question anything because both parents are in a home. They're going to look at it as a tragedy, yada, yada, yada. So then we move directly over to the fact of the mother. The mother was with her son during the interview with the detectives. And as the teenager, right, turned man, decided that he wanted to admit to certain things, say that he was sorry, yada, 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 and enlist, a little bit of history. She was like, "Oh, I feel like you're saying too much. you're probably going to incriminate yourself. We're going to end this right now. We're just notice how the mother is defending and body blocking for her son of what she knows committed this crime. There is no valid reason at all that you could give at this moment to the reason why it is that he did what it is that he did. You can't. You're not going to tell me that he was in fear of his life. You can't tell me that he was afraid of her, because if that was the case, then he would not have brought her directly over there in order to watch a Netflix series, watch episode on episode on episode on episode. Matter of fact, they should go through that Netflix catalog and try to, figure out the times of when it is that they were together and add up how much time they spent together and how much time before that they spent together, because everything that I'm looking at here is that he planned this whole thing out. He knew what it is that he was going to do. He knew that if he did whatnot or whatever to the lock or to the main holder that was holding the weapon or the weapons, that the lock was going to do what it did, enabling him to go directly in there. And as they stated, he was going through there, sorting the ammunition that was there, recategorizing the ammunition. He was removing and putting back the weapons that were specifically there. This is showing you that he planned this out. The only thing is that they don't specifically have a motive in a sense. The main motive is the fact that, hey, they were together. They did have a relationship. So obviously some things there went sour. Again, a lot of people aren't going to look at a lot of these things because they're going to see themselves in him, meaning the reflective majority. This is specifically why it is that this story, as soon as I decided to try to find a little bit more information about it, all I can realistically find as I'm going back through my search, everything is from 29 days ago, 31 days ago, 30 days ago. It's roughly, a month ago. That's it. They don't really have anything else up there. And let me see if I can find some. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. On the very first page, when you type in his name, you got about 16 mentions. 16 mentions of this story, and pretty much nothing else. We're almost into the new year, within a few more days, almost into the new year. And they said that he was expected to be back in court, I think around December 7th. We're way past that date. And for whatever reason, they haven't updated the story. This is yet again to showcase the fact that whenever it deals with their children, whenever it deals with one of theirs, they're going to make sure to just, push that directly under the rug. Now, again, if this was a young black teen that just sort of happened to be in the place of Joshua, then guess what? The story would be all over the place. They would also put the picture of the teen girl directly up there, painting her as America's sweetheart, painting her to be the purest of the purest, and to 100% demonize the, young black teen that was directly with her, on top of stirring up a whole bunch of other things, unresolved things in America. Like I said, I keep trying to show people in a multitude of ways how it is that they narrate and that they deliver a lot of these stories, and how they will specifically decide to put this, not in your face, and to put another story in your face. They'll put a story in your face and then they'll hurry up and take it down. They'll put a story directly in your face, but only give you a little bit of the information. While it is that they'll have this whole other story directly out there, and they'll give you everybody's history, including his main family, his sub family, his family once was ago, his dead family. They'll give you everybody's educational background. Like, they'll give you everything. But when it comes to Joshua Cooper, it seems as though that they're handling this story with kid gloves. They're being so protective of this story. And I find it very interesting that, given the example that this story is, that they don't want to, in a sense, bring this up so that other young girls who are part of the reflective majority know the types of guys to look out for. Know the fact that, hey, your life is in danger. This story could potentially be you. That there are a lot of Joshuas in your community that mean you harm and that will do this if given the opportunity and the chance to do so. But like I said before, you know, that's not the narrative that they want to paint. They always want to paint themselves as the heroes, as the knights in shining armor. They want to always paint themselves as the Dudley Do-Right and as the Mountie that will always get their man. They never want to paint themselves as who they really are, which is the villains.